Hey everybody, it's a new month and I am doing a project pan for the first time. I've never done one of these before and I'm a wee bit nervous. But I have selected 10 items from my collection that I'm gonna try and get some use out of. So I'm gonna be easy on myself, I'm gonna be gentle and just try and do my best, but I also am going to give myself a bit of a challenge beyond just the typical project pan, and I will get into that at the end of the video, so stick around for that if you want to see what I'm gonna challenge myself to do. So for my 10 products, I have tried to give myself a bit of a range. I have a fragrance, I have some skincare, and obviously some makeup, but a lot of these are products that I've had for quite some time that I'm either neglecting or I just, feel like I really enjoy, but I don't use frequently enough. I will admit that I have chosen, for some of them, a bit of some what I would call low-hanging fruit, because again, I've never done this before and I'm a little nervous. I don't know why. What's gonna happen to me if I don't pan these? Nothing. But I tried to cut myself some slack on a few of these things that I know I'm going to be able to use up, just to give myself some progress. When you make some progress, when you meet your goals, you feel like you can do it. You feel some momentum. So anyway, I am wearing pretty much all of these today on my face, and the fragrance, you can't smell that, but I'm wearing that today. So I'm going to start out, I think I'm going to try and go in the order that I would apply these, but I'll start out first with the fragrance. So this is a roller ball, or like a trial size roller ball. This is the Replica Scent Beach Walk. I love this, but I have had it for forever and I mostly just want to give it some attention. So this is where I am now, and I did give it a little bit of a mark. I tried to mark everything. There are a couple products I couldn't mark, but yeah, so I'm gonna try and wear this. I'm pretty sure I can use this up, and I should have said to you at the beginning, my goal is to, for most of these products, is gonna be to try and use them up by the end of this year. There are some things like this, I feel confident I can use this up prior to the end of the year, and so I may think about, depending on when I use some of these products up, putting something in to replace them. 10 felt like a good number to me, so we'll see. For some of them, never mind, I'm getting ahead of myself. So this one, my goal is going to be to use this up by the end of the year. This is a great scent. It is expensive to buy the full sizes of these. It's too rich for my blood, but this one I want to say was maybe $25-ish. I have one full-size perfume, this one, and then a sample of another one. So this is my first item. I'm gonna try to use that up. Okay, next I have 2 skincare items that I'm going to use in conjunction. The first is actually a sunscreen. This is the Clean Beauty Mineral SPF 30. And I was able to actually hold this tube up to the light and see that I am about right there. I think I can use this one up. This is the Walmart brand, and it's supposed to double as, a moisturizer and an SPF. This is, I've had this long enough that I should have been able to use this up by now. This is not my favorite because it's greasy. It leaves my face feeling greasy, so I don't gravitate towards this, but I don't know, but I can use it up. It's not greasy enough that I want to just throw it away or get rid of it. It also leaves a white cast, which is another reason that I find myself not reaching for this, but that is where the next product comes in, and that is this little sample size of the Drunk Elephant Bronzy Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops. And same thing with this, I was able to hold it up to the light, and it's right there. This one, I've had this little sample. I think it came like as a sample with a Sephora order that I placed 2 years ago or something. So there's no reason for me not to have used this. Actually, that mark is wrong. I'm looking at this now as I'm holding it up because I've had it sitting for like the last 15 minutes after I marked it on my vanity like this, and I'm realizing I think it must have been laying sideways prior to that. Okay, I'm gonna have to remark this. Okay, that makes this makes a huge difference. Look at that difference. It's actually right there. I crossed that out so we'll know that was a false start, if you will. If you don't know what this is, I'm sure most of you do, but this is basically just like bronzing drops, and you can mix them in. You can use them on their own if you want to, but I use them as a mix-in with my sunscreen, and it just kind of darkens it up and makes it have less of a white cast. So I use these two together, and it helps to lessen the effect of this. I really like these, but they're just too expensive for me to purchase on my own. So this is a product that I think I used it once or twice and really enjoyed it, and it was one of those things that I was saving for a special occasion instead of just using it, which is stupid, or at least I think it's stupid. If you want to do that, that's your journey, but I just want to use this up. There's no reason for me to still have this sitting around with summer coming up, and my kiddos play sports, so we're outside a lot. I will be wearing a ton of sunscreen and reapplying sunscreen, so I believe I can use these up. Next, a foundation. This is the CoverGirl and Olay Advanced Radiance Age Defying Makeup and Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 10. I have mine in the shade 120 Creamy Natural. So there are a few different versions of this. There's one that has like a white swirl in it. This is not that one. This one I bought on a recommendation from Jessica Braun. I love this. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I don't wear foundation. I don't like foundation. And for whatever reason, I decided to try this, and I love this. It is so natural looking. I have never found anything like this. If you don't like foundation, but you are in the market for one, I strongly encourage you to try this. I think I found mine on Amazon. I want to say maybe they sell this at Target as well. I'll link it below. But I love this. And I'm right here. Oh gosh, keep it in frame, Sarah. I'm right here. So I haven't, you can see it's one of those that like the pump is inside. There's no reason I have not used more of this. Every time I wear it, I absolutely love the way my skin looks. It doesn't feel, it's not one of those where you like swipe your finger and makeup comes off on it. It's just so beautiful. And I can sweat in this and it doesn't melt off my face. It just gives the most natural finish. It's so comfortable. I can build it up and build it up and build it up, and it doesn't look cakey. I love this. I love it. So we're gonna see if I can finish this by the end of the year. This is one I'm a little bit nervous about because I don't wear foundation every day. I don't wear makeup every day. And there's a good bit of this left, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and do it. Okay, concealer. This is another one that I'm kind of nervous about, but you know, this is one I'm not gonna stress too much about. This is kind of like a 2-in-1, but I'm counting it as 2 because it's 2 different products. But these are the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer, and I have 2 shades. This one is in the shade Buff, and then I have one of the color correctors in Peach. So this one is a little too light for me, and so when I mix them together, it is perfect. This is what I'm wearing today. These are really natural looking concealers. They're not the most full coverage, and I have really, really deep under eye circles. If you've seen any of my other videos where I was not wearing any makeup or doing, you know, applying makeup on camera, I have really deep under eye circles, and these are just really beautiful. They're not drying, but they're not too emollient either. The reason you can tell, you know, I've gone through a lot more of this one than this one is because I'll apply this one like to the outer corner and the inner corner, and then I'll put this one just in the center. So I use more of this than of this one to get the right color, but these are the kind that have these little brush applicators, which are not my favorite. I'd prefer a doe foot, but these are fine. This one is pretty much, you know, full. Like this is one of the things that I couldn't really mark. There wasn't really a great way for me to mark this. It's just like full. So we'll see how much use I can get out of this. This one, I squeezed it down and it's pretty much right where the packaging changes from black to clear. So that's what we're going with in terms of our mark. So we'll see. We'll see what progress I can make with those. I also put a brow pencil in here. This was another one of those that was sort of a gimme, an easy one. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I use the shade Ash Brown. This is my everyday brow pencil. I love this. It has a spoolie on one end and then just like a really fine micro brow, as the name would imply, on one end. And so with this, I am using index cards, and you can see I have my little mark here. It says April, so this is how I'm going to measure this. I basically just rolled it all the way up and then put the plastic packaging at the very bottom of the card. So I'll keep track of that one this way and just mark. I'll take a measurement the first of every month on this one. So I'm pretty confident I can finish this one up. These do last for a long time, but it's April. I'll be able to use that one up before the end of the year. This is another one that I couldn't mark and I definitely won't use up before the end of the year, but this is my Ulta Beauty Mineral Blush in the shade Tiger Lily. If you have watched my channel before, you will have heard me talk about this blush. I love it so much. This is one I got after watching a Kathleen Lights video. It is just the most stunning color. It's what I'm wearing today. I'm not wearing any highlighter. It's just such a pretty color and it gives you such like a lit from within. Stop moving my face all over a camera. It gives you such a lit from within glow, and I don't wear ever any highlighter when I wear this, so it's great for kind of like a quick, if you're trying not to wear 75 different products, you know, cut out the amount of steps in your routine. I also find that this is kind of, it reminds me a little bit of the Bare Minerals Gin Nude Bronzer, which I don't own and I've never seen in person, but from looking at it on the website, the colors, the Kiss of Copper, I think, which I want to buy. I want it, spoiler alert, even though I own this. But this reminds me a lot, just from looking at the pictures of that one, in that sometimes, like, I'm not wearing a bronzer today. I feel like I can put this on and skip bronzer and highlighter. It's just, it's a beautiful product. So I've obviously already hit pan in this, which I will be honest and admit, part of that is because I dropped this and a chunk broke out of it. So that made it easier for me to hit pan. But this is another one, again, that I can't really mark this, so I'm just gonna have to show you like this every month. I'm just gonna see how much progress I can make on this, basically. How much progress I can make on this. At this point in time, I think I'm gonna leave this in until the end of the year. Blush is one of my favorites. It's one of the few things that I wear every single time I do my makeup. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of progress I can make. Another product I'm gonna put in that is, I'm not gonna say cheating, because I feel like there's no cheating in this, but it's the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick in the shade Rose Gold. And I was nowhere near finishing this. I have 3 of these in 3 different colors, and I opened them to kind of see where I was, what my progress was, because I was considering putting one of these in this project. And I was rolling them all up, and when I rolled this one up, I realized that it was broken and it broke off. That's all that's left of it. And I almost threw it away, but I was like, why not? That's enough I can use that up. And so I'm doing the same thing with this that I did with the brow pencil, and I have it marked there. So this is another one. I feel confident I can use this up by the end of the year. It's a really pretty color. It's this really just neutral, you know, kind of rose gold color, named well. Again, it's what I'm wearing today. It's pretty inoffensive. It can be worn with other shadows or on its own. It can be worn as just kind of like an inner corner highlight or a brow bone highlight if you want. These shadow sticks, if you've never tried them, these are great. I think they're $5, but they are so easy to put on and then just smudge out with your finger. I love these. I have these shimmery ones. I also have a matte one, and they're awesome. Highly recommend if you are in the market for these. Do not spend money on expensive ones. They're great. And then the last product I have, I'm so sick of this thing. Oh my god. This is the Buxom Full-On Lip Polish in the shade Dolly. It's just a stupid little sample size. I have it marked right there. I think that's where it is. This is another one that, like, I've had this in my purse because I've been trying to use this. This thing is like 2 years old. It is the never-ending sample. It's a pretty color. It's what I'm wearing today. It's a bit more pink than I tend to gravitate towards, but I understand why this was the sample size. I want to say this was maybe a point perk. It was either a point perk on Sephora or a sample that I got. I was looking through my old Sephora purchases the other day. I think I got it in 2018 or 2019, so it's like 3 or 4 years old, not 2. I don't know what I was talking about. I understand why they chose this color. It's just kind of this universally flattering, like, mid-tone pink color. I want to get rid of this, but I cannot bring myself to throw it away because it's a pleasant formula. I'm one of those people that enjoys a little bit of a plumping feeling. I like these glosses. They're not sticky. You know, this one has a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's not glittery. I like it. I like the formula. The color's fine. I just want to use this stinking thing up. I'm determined to do it, you guys. I'm determined to do it. This reminds me of, if you watch Kelly Gooch, if you don't, you should subscribe to her. She's awesome. But she does a ton of project panning videos, and she had last year this brow pencil that was never ending, and this is my never ending brow pencil. This thing is like 2 inches. I have to be able to finish this. So those are the 10 products that I'm going to try and get through, or in a few cases, just see how much I can use up. But as I said in the beginning of my video, I'm giving myself a challenge. It's the beginning of April. I am going to try for the next month, for the rest of April, I can only use these makeup products. There are a few exceptions. So I didn't include a mascara in my project pan, and I did not include a brow gel in my project pan. I'm going to allow myself to use a clear brow gel or a mascara if I want to. I didn't include those because those I go through those so quickly that felt too much like cheating. I'm going to be allowed to use those. I'm going to allow myself to use those. But yeah, for the next 30 days, I'm only going to use these 10 products. So we'll see. And I'm going to attempt to do, I'm trying to decide if I want to do updates monthly or quarterly. I'm definitely going to do an update at the start of May because that will be the end of this month-long trial of just using these products for 30 days and nothing else, with the exception of a mascara and a brow gel. So I'll definitely do an update in May, and maybe at that point I will have decided if I want to do monthly updates or quarterly. But if you have any input or feedback on that, or if you've done a project pan yourself, and you have a sense of how quickly it would make sense to do updates, let me know. Or if you just, you know, how interested you would be in seeing those, let me know. But that's it for this. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. If there's any other content you guys would be interested in, let me know. Leave a comment. I'm loving filming again. I'm loving being back. Thank you guys so much for engaging with my content. It's been so fun. I love you all. Take care. Bye.